we've done the painting. The body is shot. I'm going to let that sit and cure. And now it's time. We've got the interior parts painted. Seats, door panels, interior tub, dash. So now, we're getting really close to slapping this thing together, putting some things on it. But now I'm going to start with the detailing and kind of separate my pieces and what need to be detailed while the body parts are drying, and you can see, or curing out. You can see came out pretty good, but again, I'm not going to touch that for about a week. Just let it sit. It's been in the spray booth for 4 days. So now we're going to get to detailing, and part of that is the bare metal foil. So I just got me some new bare metal foil, and I will start detailing the door panels, getting the window cranks and the door handles and whatnot detailed on those. Also, I'll start putting together the chassis. I still have to do a little painting on the exhaust system, but we'll start putting those things together. I have the chassis parts also painted and ready. So it's all about getting the details done right now, rather than putting the model together. I'm going to start detailing. We've got brake lines, fuel lines, details on this. I still have to mask this off and paint that. So we're just detailing the model right now. Getting now that everything, all the parts except for the exhaust system are painted, I'll start the dash and start putting the decals behind that and getting the photo-etch parts on the dash and on the door panels, and getting the console ready. Just fine little details, so you're not just trying to put this thing together as fast as possible. So we'll do a little detail work. Might do some detail work on the detail painting on the firewall here and get that ready, so that when everything's detailed out, you're ready to put it together. You don't have to go back and do something, do detail painting while the model's together. The other thing I've got to figure out is which rims do I want to use, and I'm not sure what I'm going to go with yet. I kind of like this look. Painted the rims the body color, but I also like this look. So, decision I have to make depending on what I'd like the look of the car to be. So we'll do a little bare metal foiling and detailing, and maybe show you how some of the... Alright, we're back. Starting a little bare metal foil. Did one of the door cranks here, window cranks, and so that's kind of the next step, is to detail. your interior. Figure out what you're going to do. If you're going to do a two-tone interior, solid, whatever your paint scheme's going to be, then we've got to get into flocking. So to bare metal foil, I just take a strip here and I'm just going to take little pieces of this that'll fit over the window cranks, and you just pull up an edge that you can hopefully grab here. Now you take your piece of bare metal foil and basically all you're going to do is lay it over the piece you want to chrome. And I usually take and make sure, kind of file down a toothpick a little bit, just so it's a little sharper and a little duller. And now we're just going to press this stuff down onto the piece. I'm just going to lightly press this around. Just press gently until it's all down around the edges. You've got everything the way you want it. Take your time here. No need to be in a rush. Details are what take the time, so you got to make sure you're doing them right. So once you have it pushed down, you can see how it forms around it. You're going to take a brand new blade. It's got a really nice tip on it. And we're just going to lightly cut around this door crank. Just ever so lightly. Drag your blade. Very light touch here. You don't want to scar the piece that you're working on by dragging the blade across and away from things. So just be careful and light. Take your time. Make sure we get it all cut. And then it should just lift right off. And if it peels up a little bit, and you can see this might have peeled up. So now we're just going to make sure that it gets pressed down real good and some tight around the edges. Now, some guys on particular things like to use a toothpick or the cotton swab here. Just depends. You have to get comfortable with what tools you want to use. I primarily use the tweezers, the toothpick. I might use the cotton swab on the body parts when I do the bare metal foil. But that's it. Press it down, get it to where you want it, lightly cut around it, and there you have it. Now, I've also seen some guys after the piece is done, whether it's the body or a door panel or what have you, they will go over it with either a spray or a gloss coat. Sometimes I'll go over interior with a semi-gloss, whether you spray it or brush it on, just so they hold down the bare metal foil better. I don't do that anymore. Sometimes I'll do it with the body, but I don't do it anymore. I trust the bare metal foil, and you don't touch your model there anyway. You just hope it stays on when it's on your shelf. So we'll finish up the bare metal foiling on the interior and start putting this together. And then the next step is chassis. We'll start, or after the interior's done, we'll do the chassis.